My name is Emir Halilovic. I'm a research director at GlobalData, and I lead the telecom technology and software team. And I also personally am responsible for the research of optical transport networks and fixed access networks. So, of course, with the explosion of data center traffic that we are seeing, and with the increased utilization of data centers for AI workloads and so on, we actually see increased requirements for, let's say, DC-centric optical transport. And the K36 platform is clearly, designed with a view of satisfying these requirements. So what are these requirements? First and foremost, you have to deal with a lot more, like you have to concentrate a lot of client and line and switching capacity in a given space, in the optimized space with also optimized power supply and heat dissipation and so on. So we are seeing a large density of 100 and 400 gig client interfaces. We are seeing also, as high as possible density of 400 and faster transport interfaces. And obviously the scalability of switching in the platform to ensure even faster and higher density client and line interfaces in the future. So going from 1.6 tera now and then further higher in the future. So that is when it comes to the capacity of the platform, when it comes to the density of the platform. But also when we're looking at operational criteria and we're looking at the physical characteristics of the platform, there need to be significant upgrades, right? So when it comes to the operations, you need to have automated provisioning. You need to have high degree of automation to ensure maximum flexibility and the manageability of the platform. You also need, when it comes to physical and power savings, you need to ensure that the platform is designed with the data center operational model in mind. That means that it should feature such physical characteristics such as front-to-back airflow. It should have, it should fit within 600 millimeter depth of the platform ideally. And it should also provide support for different types of power options such as AC or DC or high voltage DC, so that it can fit in data center environments naturally. So these are the characteristics I think that are required of this kind of new breed of platforms, and K36 seems to be directly designed with these features in mind. Again, when looking at the optical transport platforms, you need to have a mix of optimal, client port capacities and speeds. You need to have, fast enough, 100 gig, 200 at the optical access, and further, let's say, up to 800 in metro rings capacity on the line side. And you also need features that allow for optimal performance within these metro environments, such as easy manageability through and easy provisioning, for example, of services. So these are the let's say key requirements to just start off with. So you need to have ability to provide diverse services in these platforms as well, because you are supporting also mobile networks, you're supporting fixed access, you're supporting business services, you're supporting consumer services as well. So all of that dictates kind of very, very high degree of flexibility there. And on the management and control side, you also need to have a high degree of automation. You also need to be able to ensure that these platforms operations and management and administration are not going to overwhelm the network management personnel. So they need to be easy to operate, easy to manage. And when it comes to the optical side of the deployment, you also need to ensure that there are simplified ROADM kind of platforms that can be paired with these packet optical platforms, so that you can actually deploy, you can actually optimize the deployment, not to go with overly complex, high degree ROADMs at these kind of metro rings. You need capacity, but at the same time you need to simplify as much as possible. And then finally, you need these architectures to evolve, through the use of these ROADMs or the OXC, for example, into more of a mesh architecture rather than keeping the rings as is traditional, so that you can actually ensure higher level of resilience, reliability, and also reduce latency between these nodes, so that you can actually ensure a roadmap in the future, and that you can drive higher degree of resilience and support for future services as well. Definitely one of the things we already talked about, the K36 platform, the Kepler. Quite a bit of re-architecting of the 9800 portfolio, and quite innovative and quite interesting, impressive even innovation in that direction. And the increasing capabilities of ALPS WDM, I would say, rounds off this portfolio too. So quite a few very interesting updates to the portfolio and new capabilities.